Have you ever walked into a room and felt invisible? You speak, but people talk over you. You promise, but no one believes you. You try to lead, but no one follows. Here is the brutal truth. Respect isn't something people give you because you demand it. It is something you are quietly losing right now, drop by drop, through behaviors you don't even know you have. Welcome back to INVICTUS X. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king who ruled the known world, once said, "The dignity of a man lies in the strength of his character, not in the opinions others hold about him." But here's the catch. While you cannot control their opinions, you can control the silent signals you send. In the rush of modern life, we often confuse fear with respect, or attention with admiration. But true respect? It is earned in silence and lost in noise. Today, we're stripping away the ego. We're going to expose 7 specific, invisible habits that erode your authority. We aren't just going to list them, we're going to fix them using ancient Stoic wisdom and modern psychological strategy. If you stay until the end, you won't just understand why you're losing respect, you'll know exactly how to command it. Let's begin. Habit 1. The nice guy interruption. The first habit is insidious because it often disguises itself as politeness. It is allowing others to interrupt you without standing firm. We have all been there. You're in a meeting or perhaps a dinner with friends. You start to make a point and suddenly someone cuts across you. Actually, I think, and what do? You stop. You smile. You retreat. You tell yourself, I'm just being polite. I'm being the bigger person. Seneca wrote, "He who stays silent before disrespect teaches others to repeat it." When you allow an interruption to slide, you aren't showing humility. You're signaling that your voice matters less than theirs. You are training the world to ignore you. I remember a colleague named David, brilliant guy, high IQ, but in every creative session, he would start a sentence, get cut off by a louder, less competent manager, and David would just fade away. Over 6 months, David didn't just lose the argument, he lost the room. People stopped looking at him when he spoke because they subconsciously knew he wouldn't finish. You don't need to be aggressive, you need to be serene. The next time you are interrupted, do not stop. Do not raise your voice. Simply pause, hold eye contact with the interrupter for 1 second longer than is comfortable, and say calmly, "I haven't finished my thought yet." Then continue. This isn't conflict, it's a boundary. As Epictetus reminds us, if you wish to be respected, begin by respecting yourself. Habit 2. The intellectual bully. The second habit is the opposite of the first, but equally damaging, trying to force others to think like you. We live in an era of debate lords. We think that if we can just crush someone with facts and logic, they will respect our intellect. But ask yourself, when was the last time you changed your mind because someone screamed at you or condescended to you? I once almost lost a brother over this. I had discovered a new way of living, optimizing my health, my finances, everything. I wanted to save him. Every time we hung out, I turned it into a lecture. Why are you eating that? Why don't you read this? I thought I was being a mentor. To him, I was just a judgment machine. He stopped answering my calls. Epictetus taught us, no man owns another's mind. When you try to impose your beliefs, you aren't showing conviction, you are revealing insecurity. You are screaming, please validate my worldview. True influence is quiet. It is lived. People do not follow the man who argues the most. They follow the man who lives the best. As noted in the 12 attributes of above-average people, those who command respect listen more than they speak. Intellectual humility isn't weakness, it's the ultimate power move, because it shows you are secure enough to learn. Habit 3. The micro breach of trust. Habit number 3 is breaking your own word. I'm not talking about big lies like cheating on taxes. I'm talking about the micro promises. I'll call you in 5 minutes. You call in 30. I'm going to start running tomorrow. You sleep in. I'll have that report to you by noon. It comes at 2 p.m. We think these things don't matter, but the human brain is a pattern recognition machine. Every time you break a small promise, you are depositing a vote in the ballot box of your identity that says, "This person is not reliable." Think of that friend who is always on their way. The first few times you excuse it. Eventually, you stop inviting them to the important things. Why? Because their word has zero currency. A Stoic values words as sacred contracts. If you say it, you must do it. James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, reinforces this. The key to building lasting habits is focusing on creating a new identity first. When you keep your word, you aren't just pleasing others, you are proving to yourself that you are a person of integrity. If you can't fulfill the promise, stay silent. Silence is better than a broken word.
Habit 4. Conversational narcissism. This is ignoring the needs of others. You are at dinner. You are talking about your promotion, your gym routine, your car. You pause to take a breath, and someone else starts to tell a story. Do you listen? Or are you just waiting for them to stop so you can bring the spotlight back to you? I watched a networking event crash and burn for a guy recently. He was sharp, well-dressed, successful, but he treated the conversation like a tennis match where he had to hit every ball. He kept shifting the topic to himself. Person A, "I just got back from Italy." "Oh, I love Italy. I went there in 2019 and stayed at this amazing villa." He thought he was relating. He was actually hijacking. Respect is active empathy. Seneca wrote, "No kindness is too small when given with a sincere heart." Next time you are in a conversation, play a game. Your goal is to make the other person feel like the most interesting person in the room. Ask follow-up questions. Use the support response, asking more about them, rather than the shift response, making it about you. Epictetus famously said, "Nature gave us one tongue and 2 ears so we could hear twice as much as we speak. Use that ratio, 2 to 1. Listen twice as much as you talk." Habit 5. The shortcut, dishonesty. This seems obvious, but in the corporate world and social hierarchies, we often use white lies to smooth things over. We hide mistakes. We exaggerate numbers. We claim credit for team efforts. Dishonesty has a cruel nature. It works until it doesn't, and when it breaks everything. I have seen executives lose 20 years of reputation in 20 seconds because they tried to cover up a minor error. Imagine a builder who uses cheap cement in the foundation of a skyscraper. No one sees it. The building goes up 50 floors. It looks majestic, but the builder knows, and eventually a crack appears. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Integrity is binary. You either have it or you don't. Own your mistakes immediately. It is paradoxically disarming. When you say, "I messed that up and here's how I'm going to fix it," you stop being a subordinate trying to hide and become a leader taking responsibility.
Habit 6. The living commercial. The tree does not boast of its fruit. It simply bears it. Epictetus. We live in the age of Instagram and LinkedIn, where everyone is the CEO of their own personal brand. But in face-to-face interaction, constant self-promotion reeks of desperation. If you have to tell me you are powerful, you aren't. If you have to tell me you are funny, you aren't. I once attended a gala where a man spent the entire night listing his accolades. By the end of the night, he was standing alone at the bar. Why? Because arrogance sucks the oxygen out of the room. Let your competence be your noise. Do the work so well that other people have to talk about you. When you are excellent in silence, your reputation echoes louder than any shout. Habit 7. Transactional kindness. Finally, the ugliest habit of all, treating people based on interest. This is the waiter rule. Watch how a person treats the CEO versus how they treat the waiter who spilled the water. If their kindness has a switch, it's not kindness, it's manipulation. I saw a man treat his bosses with extreme, almost sickening sweetness, but he ignored the receptionist every morning, didn't even nod. One day, that receptionist became the executive assistant to the CEO. Who do you think controlled access to the boss? The man was shut out, and he never knew why. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, we were born to work together like feet, hands, and eyes. Marcus repeatedly emphasized that we are all part of the same organism. To obstruct one another or to view someone as lesser is unnatural. Treating others as tools is the quickest way to lose your own humanity. Respect is equality in practice. If you only see usefulness, you will never see the person. If you recognized yourself in any of these habits today, do not feel guilty. Guilt is a wasted emotion. Feel aware. Awareness is the first step toward virtue. Interrupting? Practice the power of the pause. Preaching? Practice the strength of silence. Boasting? Let your actions scream. True respect isn't about pretending to be strong. It is about the courage to stay truthful even when no one is watching. It is about respecting yourself enough to live with integrity and respecting others enough to listen. We are building a tribe here at INVICTUS X, a tribe of people who refuse to be average. I want to hear from you in the comments. Which of these 7 habits is the hardest for you to break? Is it the interruption? The need to be right? Be honest. Let's discuss it down there. If this video added value to your life, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe to INVICTUS X and turn on notifications. We don't just watch videos here, we change lives. Until next time, stay strong, stay stoic.